Viking fans, Season 4, Episode 17, The Great Army. Let's get to it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, you guys? Why am I clapping? Hello, hey, cheers.
Viking fans,
Viking fans, Viking fans,
fans,
Viking fans. So we're drinking, by the way. You guys
cheers.
should too. You should be drinking. Grab your flask, grab your horn, grab your wine. Welcome to the #1 Vikings after show.
I'll pause you right there. Hey guys, welcome to the #1 Viking show. Did Jen just say that? He said it, didn't he?
Yep.
It's because I'm not listening. But anyway, welcome to the #1 Vikings after show right here on AFTERBUZZ TV. This is Season 4, Episode 17. My name is Jaco Vienings. I am with you guys here in the hot seat tonight. And you can find me on social media at, which one tonight? Grape Escape TV.
At Grape Escape TV.
Such a hard decision, right?
Yeah,
You're like,
It is.
damn,
Which
one do I
Twitter?
tell
Because he only has
people?
like 40,000 Twitter followers.
You
Speaking
know.
of Twitter, that's where you can find me, Ask the NP, and you're on YouTube. So when you're done watching us, just head on over to the Ask the NP channel on YouTube.
And what should they do after that?
Then, after you ask the NP some questions, you should then go to the Grape Escape TV on YouTube.
Yes.
Aha. And then you should follow.
What's up, guys? My name's Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. And I've been
Wow.
posting a lot of good food recipe stuff. So if you've been hungry and want easy stuff to cook, I've watched it from other people's channels and then
Are you a
shared it.
foodie?
I think so.
Sure. You saw my dinner. I
She
had
literally
my carne
ate her
asada,
whole-
brown
yeah,
rice,
right.
avocado.
She
you
ate a
know.
whole meal while we watching Vikings. So
Right.
And it was nice. It was like carne asada and like
thank you.
avocado. It was really nice. Hello to you, room, by the way.
What's
we told
up,
you
guys?
who we are, but you are the most important. You guys are blowing up the live chat already.
Yes.
And by the way, you guys have been killing it in the comments.
yeah.
In
Yep.
the show afterwards, and we
after
appreciate
comments.
all of those. Thank you so much. Even the ones.
Yeah, you know.
Well,
Well, hey, oh wait, I do want to defend us real quick, guys.
All right.
You're not wrong, and I felt so dumb after you guys said it because I was like,
So they're all right.
oh.
Of course,
Well,
that's
It comes down to this,
It
guys.
was one of those you think about it too hard, so then you don't notice it because you guys were like, "Duh,
Right.
the one-eyed guy's Odin."
Obviously, it's
and
Odin.
I was like,
All right, guys. We want to hear what we do wrong. We also want to hear what you guys like about it so we can continue doing this because this show is about you. And if you like it, you tell us. If you don't like it, you also tell us.
Word.
And then we shape it, we change it so it's, you love it. All right, let's get to this episode because y'all want to talk about Vikings.
You want to talk about Vikings. And so sometimes what we do in these, those of you, you got we have some crazy loyal followers and fans. Thank you. So you guys know this, but if you're new to this, sometimes we go chronologically, sometimes we go by storyline. This was clearly a storyline episode. We had 3 very distinct things going on. And gang, I think we should let's get England out of the way.
Real quick.
Like there was some big shit there, but like let's get it out of the way.
Some interesting shit there, Starting with Judith going to Aile. She's going back home for the holidays. It's the summer break.
That for
It was just like the holidays. Awkward family moments, reveals.
Thank you, Kari.
know?
Yes.
exactly what I was saying.
So what was
like,
the conversation there on that table, James?
at the table? Well, so Judith was seriously like, look, I'm here because I like how she said it at the end. I love some of you. And so like, I'm here to warn you,
Yes.
Ragnar's boys are coming and you're not ready. Yes,
Yeah.
we are. No, you're not.
What is he? What in his mind makes him think that he's ready, or like
Because
he's
he's an
wooden
arrogant
walls?
king.
I mean, King Egbert's palace has wooden walls, or like it's the gate is like as big
Right,
as a studio
right.
door, you know.
You should just burn it down.
Like
I'm waiting
moats
for
and-
that. I want someone to just
Where's
burn down the
where's
wall.
the big stone castles?
Totally.
Yes.
You would think they'd be there.
Why?
Well, but this makes sense because Ayla has been kind of a pompous, arrogant ass this entire
Yes.
like show.
Absolute.
And now he just killed the Ragnar Lothbrok. So like of course he's
That ego is like beyond
right, huge.
inflated.
So he's like my little punk ass little affair having daughter who's like screwing the neighbor
That was
king.
a cool reveal.
Wasn't that cool?
Because we were wondering, do other people know? Apparently.
Apparently,
We know about you and Egbert.
everybody know. They read us weekly. They know all about it.
Yes.
Stars, they're just like us.
Yeah.
So
Talking about stars, James, and so the main star of this whole Viking season, Ragnar Lothbrok's tomb, is open.
Tumba.
Because there's a B at the end.
Is there?
So
Tumba is open. So, what did you guys take from that? So
It was weird.
We
I
were
wanna
watching
know what's
together,
going on.
right?
Yeah.
We all looked at each other. We were
why
like,
did they show that? What do you guys think? Give it to us. Kari Lane.
I wanted him to maybe still be alive, but I doubt it. No, it
You
was...
were waiting for him to get out there.
Yeah,
right?
and...
You're like, he's like,
No,
hey guys,
no,
just kidding. Ha, I'm
no,
right here.
but it was like, I wonder if they moved the body. Because did they leave it down there? Did Ayla leave it there, or did he move it? Because when Judith looks down there, she doesn't ask where's the body, and then doesn't say anything. So I think it's still down there.
Yeah, so I would have asked for the body, 100%,
No, yeah.
to see it.
Yeah.
I did think it was interesting that Judith said that she's also here to mourn, but they didn't really go into that. Like, I
She just
clearly
said make it a sacred space, too.
Right.
Chat room, good point. Ayla, Ayla, I keep on calling Ayla. Anyway, Ayla sees the Vikings as, they're just inferior heathens, so...
Right.
They can't
King
do anything.
King Aile has that Kanye ego. That's
yeah.
from Josh Vision, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh, and Ham too, and Super Banana, and everybody else in the chat room. We love your comments. So, the other part of England that happened during this episode. So Judith and Ayla and that whole thing, and she
And
basically
your
gives
weird,
them.
creepy sister.
Right, and she's like, sister, I love you, but like, you need to learn how to read.
What?
I loved that. That was
Is that
awesome.
what you said? You
Yeah.
have to learn how to read?
You need
Yes.
to learn how to read. And
I missed that.
I something
thought
about
you said you
Become
have to make your own
educated.
decisions.
right, become educated, and she's like, you don't like women who desire to be free, or I don't know, something
Yes.
like that. Like I thought.
Okay.
That was badass, Judith. Judith's kind of always been a badass, whether, screwing off on her husband or not. Like, Judith's kind of a badass. I like Judith.
Fucking her father-in-law, all that kind of good stuff.
right.
She's been there.
Yeah.
But you can also see her walking away and just saying, heed my warning.
Right.
For the last time. She's been through shit. She's got some life experience.
She gets it, yep.
She gets it. Which takes us, guys, going all the way back to the Wessex, to King Egbert.
Dun, 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 dun.
And he's sitting there with Alfred.
I
Now-
think
With Alfred.
Alfred's going to be a very, very interesting character going forward.
he is, because he's getting these lessons already at like, what is dude, 11?
Sure.
And he's like, keep drinking, keep drinking, keep drinking, keep drinking.
Just kidding, it's water. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. And
Right.
I was like, oh, that is a good
And
lesson.
have-
Especially me.
Especially people like me.
Me.
You're right. That was amazing.
Excellent lesson.
Egbert knows, we talked about this before a couple episodes ago. Egbert knows that he's a particular type of crazy. And I think you guys were talking about this in the chat room. He knows he's a special type of crazy, just like Ragnar was a special type of
Yep.
crazy. And Alfred probably has that sort of like kind of crazy, but in a much more channeled, focused, like educated
Yes.
way.
Well,
Like he
'cause
can
that's
do-
how you father was.
And you can do real. I mean, if you
Outstanding.
focus in on that, I think you can do some real harm. Which brings us to people in the chat saying a little bit earlier, King Egbert has kind of regretting not helping Ragnar, or just in general not being there for him. But he kind of realizes that he fucked up, and so now is prepping Alfred to take the throne, and he wishes he does. He's like, with all my heart, I wish that you be king of Wessex.
So
Right.
is he gonna just hope his son dies in battle? Then
Of course,
Alfred
of
can
course.
become king?
He doesn't care about
Well,
his
that's
son.
why
doesn't
he
care.
told Ethelwulf to get the army together. He's like, you're going to be the one in charge of the army.
That's
'cause
true.
Clearly,
Yeah.
the Vikings are going to kill him. Clearly. But so, do you think? I thought this was a really great, and maybe I'm fudging with predictions, but I thought this was a really great premonition moment. That already Egbert is like, you're going to be a great king. Like, I'm going to die.
Yeah, because he's Ethelstan's son. How
No,
can
but-
he not be great?
But do you think he's seeing his own death now?
Maybe.
Because
sorry.
we've been talking about for a while. He looks kind of sick. He's acting a little bit crazier. He knows the Vikings are coming back. Like this dude, I think this dude knows he's gonna die.
Yes. So if you put King Aile next to King Egbert, King Aile is like, fuck no. King Egbert is like, he's clever. With all his demise, with all his like sneakiness, this dude is clever. That's why he's king for so long. He knows he's dying.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh yeah. He's a smart dude. Whether it's from some sort of disease, because I still think
I
He's
think it's
old.
Vikings. He knows.
You think it's
They're
Vikings?
they're gonna knock down his little gate.
Egbert, Josh Vision agrees with me. Haha. Egbert is preparing to die. So I thought I was being smart picking up on that, but maybe I'm not so smart.
Egbert is preparing to die. So let's
All right,
go. Let's
that
go.
was England, right?
Yeah, that was England. That's
we're good.
all done. Let's move it on to the Mediterranean.
Dun, dun,
You
dun,
see that? All right. So
dun.
these guys are in the Mediterranean. We didn't need to talk about the story. You know what? We don't want to talk about the story and recap it with you guys. Not. We don't want to recap
Mediterranean,
it.
Right,
they've already
right.
left.
No.
I mean, we do. There's because
we don't want
just
to retell the story, so we're not going to do that. But we want
Right.
to talk about it.
Right.
We're gonna have some fun.
Which is, by the way, right. This is not a recap show. Like, you just watched the episode. We don't need to tell you what happened. You just watched
exactly.
it. But we want you guys to talk with us about how you feel about it, how it moved you, what you think's gonna happen. Like, for instance, you knew this moment was coming when Bjorn was like, "All right, Rollo, you got to make a decision, and let me make it for you."
You're going back to France. That's what's happening because you're not coming back to us. And you know what? You're also not coming to avenge Ragnar, your own brother, which you've. I can't say it. I can't say that on live TV.
You can
Yeah,
because
you
we're
can.
on live YouTube.
Oh, that's right.
You can. And this is Vikings. It's rated TVMA anyway.
Right. Oh, right. So we can swear all we want.
Haha.
Fuck yeah, Rollo. You're staying your ass in France, buddy. Because if you come back to Kattegat, I'm going to have to kill you.
Let's
Oh.
beer it up.
Oh, yeah, we need a beer.
Let's say hi to Neil after the comment. Yeah, hi Neil, the engineer from tonight. He's an engineer. We always say hi to him. Hello, Neil.
Neil, you there? Earth to Neil?
He's
No,
like
he's not
okay,
there.
He's not even.
What's
Hey!
going on, guys?
There he is.
Skull. Skull to Neil. Skull.
What's up, Neil? What's the comment say, Kari?
Someone made a good point, but before Alfred could be king, there's Aethelwulf, which we think he'll probably die.
He's
in
gonna
battle.
die,
But what
100%.
about his son? Who's off somewhere?
Oh no, it's not his son.
Comes Aethelwulf and his real son.
It's not his. It's,
Wait, the other
He
kid
had
that you
another
mentioned.
kid
Yeah,
that's
there's
like-
another kid.
we don't really
oh,
see
yeah,
much
we
of
forgot
at
about
all.
that. No, this other kid, he's gonna die when the Vikings come
I mean,
to. I'm not worried about
polio,
this kid.
smallpox. I mean, just
Something will kill him.
yeah,
Okay.
right. It's cold,
Because
sneezing.
they don't show much of him at all. We're all like,
Nope.
wait, what's that kid's name? Oh
Right,
wait, there's
you're like,
another
oh,
kid.
There's actually
What?
another kid. Maybe Eckbert's gonna take him out when he goes down, because Eckbert is ruthless. Like Eckbert is all about his legacy, and he
He's
knows
like,
that
oh,
Alfred.
it's you or Alfred? You're dead.
Done. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll kill this little 13-year-old to make sure that Alfred's gonna be king. Like Eckbert don't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit at all. Let's head it back over to the Mediterranean, where Josh Vision just said.
Mediterranean.
Josh Vision, I found it interesting that Flocky said to Bjorn that he should have killed Rollo because now he might be even more famous than you and your bros. LOL, Josh Vision. Yes, that's funny.
Well, I think it's funny how that's like the goal. Like that seems like that's the ultimate thing that they're searching for is this fame. And it got I sort of trailed off a little bit, and I don't want to trail off here, but I was like, really? That's the only thing. So like what's the difference between the Vikings then and like Kim Kardashian now?
What?
Because if all the Vikings are going for is fame, and if Floki's point was, Bjorn, you better watch out for your uncle because he's going to be more famous than you,
Okay.
like, what's the point? Like, then if
Honor
the whole,
and glory of battle.
but like, the whole point is just to be famous? Like, I
think so.
thought their Vikings had more substance in that. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's so
That's
much
true.
famous, James. I think it's more of longevity or being remembered, being poems being written by you, like they did about
That's still
Lagerthaand.
famous.
That's still fame.
Famous in the sense, and I mean,
thought
no,
they
you
just
can be
crave
famous
adventure
now.
and they crave
The
violence.
guy that
and
just got sentenced to death, that killed 9 people in the black church, he's
Right.
famous now. He's not going to be remembered tomorrow, which is a good thing, but that's a different thing.
But
You
when
want to be remembered. We know about Ragnar Lothbrok right now,
That's true. That's true.
2017.
And Floki was right. Those of you out there who are like historians, by the way, you will always 100% of the time trump us. Pun intended.
Yes.
Like we are not historians, but we do know, because y'all have educated us, that Rollo does go on to be quite famous.
Well,
Yes.
also someone pointed out William the Conqueror will conquer England, and he is Rollo's descendant.
Right.
I must say,
See?
I must jump on that real
That's
quick though,
interesting.
Gary. It is interesting, but I also feel like we need to separate, and this is definitely with you guys, the audience back
Mm-hmm.
home, to separate. Remember, this is historical fiction and the real
Yes.
story, and so far the story is pretty straightforward but it doesn't necessarily have to be like that, right?
No, it is
No.
historical
Ragnar
fiction,
can still
so
be
they can
alive,
change stuff.
which is not. Let's just
Right.
get out of the way. But
Maybe I'll just hold on that little bit. Well, maybe.
I mean, what would we be if you can hold on to the fact that Ragnar just might still be that it just might have built
still
up
be alive.
a resistance to snake venom.
Yep, just saying. In the 8 years that he was gone, right? That
Right.
was
We
my
still need
prediction
to know
last
what
week.
8 years.
Right, a la Princess Bride.
Yep.
You know, I think this was super banana. This is a really great comment in here. You know, Rollo could bring an army to England
This is true.
and join the war.
How many times have England and French fought against each other? Rollo will
Dude.
not be the first. So
bunch.
yes,
No.
that's super,
Yep.
very realistic.
absolutely.
Let's bring it back, guys, to the Mediterranean. Floki, let's talk about it real quick. Floki
Yep.
is there. He's sitting with the orphan and Helga.
Oh man.
Right? What do you guys think about that? They're taking it home.
Floki did some amazing, like he was awesome. Basically, I'm sure Hirst or whoever directed this episode was like, you need to be as uncomfortable as humanly possible.
But he doesn't want kids.
Entire episode.
Yeah. And he did a good job, right?
Well, this is a great way to have a kid because he doesn't have to raise that child because that person's already like older.
Don't have to change
that,
diapers.
Helga could take care of her all by herself. She doesn't need Floki to do anything really. So.
But like, dude, your wife is going crazy. Like that's where I think
You
Floki
can't
is.
just take a child.
Right, Floki's like, dude, my wife is like lost her shit. Like, what am I? You want me to build a boat? We gotta go to England. I gotta deal with this. Like, these boys are about to kill Lagerthaand. Like, I don't want any kids in the first place. And now my wife is over here like taking slaves and making them my daughter. Like,
Which
whoa,
they
whoa.
speak the language, not the same religion.
Correct.
Doesn't look the same. Not that that matters, but still, then for the Vikings, 1100s, maybe that is a big deal. I don't know, but you know,
It's crazy.
crazy.
He loves her. Floki loves Helga enough to be like, all right, fine, you do.
And he goes with it.
And
I
he's
agree.
kind of crazy though too, so he should
Okay.
understand.
He's
Like,
super
all right,
crazy.
you crazy, you can do your thing.
You crazy, me crazy.
He's done his own crazy stuff already.
So, okay, yes. And so another two crazy guys is the Halfdan brothers. Conspiracy
Yeah.
theory on how
Don't
to take over.
trust
Dun,
those
dun,
mofos.
dun. With
Right? And he's,
with
who's the
new. Help
The
me out.
Earl son
Aga,
bastard.
Ale the bastard.
Ale.
the bastard, who was awesome. I love a clever, conniving, like chip on their shoulder kind of character.
James, can I just ask you what the fuck happened to his face?
Right. Well, I am
scarring.
for sure we will find out.
I think
Oh.
it was cut.
It's still fresh though. And you know what I think it is?
His
I
dad.
wonder if it was Vikings. Must have been a different show. Where they burned, it is Walking Dead, but they, sorry, different show. But they
Totally
burned like a burning iron against someone's face, and it looked the same. The makeup.
Just
It
for
looks
fun?
like carving though, like carving scars. Like
There were
someone,
lines and
lines.
I think this has everything to do with his dad, who's the Earl.
Yes.
I think this is why
You
the kid wants
mutilated
to
him.
be Earl so bad, right? Because
Yeah.
this Earl is
Well,
an
he
asshole.
points-
Or maybe it's even Earl Hargison.
Well, he has a line too of like, "Are you
Ugh.
clever?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not beautiful." Or
Right,
something
that
like
was
yeah.
that was awesome. Thank you, Michael Hirst, for writing that line. We love you for that.
Yes, Michael Hirst, we do love you. No, Michael Hirst
Yeah,
is taking
dude.
us all the way to France, right? We're arriving at France.
Oh yes.
Arriving at France.
And how convenient that Rollo's kid is there waiting for them so that they don't kill Rollo when they
I
drop
was
him
like,
off.
or not even kill the
That
boat.
that would not
That
have
Rollo
been.
would be like, "Wait, don't
That
burn
would-
down the boat.
That would
My
not
kid's
have been
on it."
honorable.
Yeah.
Would not have been
No.
an honorable thing to do.
No, oh, where's that accent from? now,
That's from
Jaco?
Yeah,
South
what is that?
Africa. Is that not South African?
They're
I'm South
South
African.
African.
I don't know. You tell us.
You're
dude.
South African.
Oh,
I'm
God.
beering you. Apparently, you need some more beer. Carrie, you're not. No, you're
I'm-
right.
Well, Rollo is saying in this boat, it's like, by the by, if anybody wants to come live with me,
Ah, yes.
I would give you land. I would give you land. And we will all,
Well,
we will
good,
all be happy.
but it's not
And
just land; it's good
land.
farming land.
Right.
So it's if they want to become farmers. So if you guys are done being warriors, come be farmers.
And which is interesting, Kerry. Being farmers, things are changing. And Floki said, you know what, or Rollo said, he said, I wrote it down, he said, everything is changing, it's just you don't want to accept it. And I think that's
Yeah.
true. I think it's clever. It's like having a worldly mindset,
Yes, absolutely.
right?
Well, because they have had to adjust, and that's what Ragnar has been before. Is like he adjusted and he evolved, and yeah, Floki's changed a little bit, but you know, like
It's
you
like
have to
Abercrombie and
adapt to the
Fitch.
times.
Abercrombie and Fitch didn't change. It was still in that dumb mindset until recently. Now they've changed to say, oh, okay.
Have
you know?
they?
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Have,
was that a
have
bad,
they
was that a bad
changed?
example?
That was
No.
a random one.
I do think my favorite part though about Frankia, just to keep us moving forward. This wait, I forgot her
Please.
name. I just blanked on Rollo's wife's name.
No, I've got it right. Gisla.
Gisla, that's right.
Gisla.
Gisla, and you knew this was coming. She's like, "Oh, Rollo, welcome back. We're so glad. Thank the gods. Everyone leave." And you knew it was coming because everyone,
Oh my God.
everyone in a
Swearing.
relationship has had this moment. Everyone in a relationship is like, "Oh, you guys, thanks for coming to our dinner party. Love you so much. This was so great. Good night." And you're like, "No, God, please don't leave. Don't leave me alone with them."
You want to say?
Shit.
You want to have a go? See, I don't speak French, but
I heard bastard a lot.
We didn't need to.
We don't need to know French
Yeah.
to know what she said to
Yeah,
Rollo.
correct.
And then
And-
she punched him in the fucking nose.
Punch in the.
Yes.
And Rollo's like, I deserve
Slap,
it.
slap, slap, punch.
Punch. But
But it's like you said before, this girl is 0 to 60. She's just like, all right, oh yay, I'm happy you're back. I fucking hate you, man.
which is why I think it's why I think Rollo loves her though. I think
Yeah.
she's got
She's fiery.
a little Viking kind of
Yeah.
energy to her. She's like a little unpredictable, a little batshit.
Yep.
I dig her.
I dig it too. I dig her. She's batshit, but like Kari said, 0 to 60 in like
you said it
0.02 seconds. I don't know. It's just you need to be consistent, man. You just need to have some control. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Like because
And she has
Rollo's
0.
had so much control.
Yeah, but how much control did he have in that scene? Not doing anything, just like slumping his shoulders and walking back to his throne. No, and
Yes,
all
he
his
knew.
brothers and Vikings just fucking left on the boats. No more killing for you. No more raping, Rollo. I know you want to do it, but you can't.
But
you know,
sorry.
and he's sad.
No. Back when they're at the Mediterranean, he wasn't like, oh yes, I'm at the harem. I'm gonna like totally get me
That's
some.
true.
He wasn't excited about it.
He
didn't
left
care.
the harem alone. He really did. Yep.
Where was this?
Back when they're at the Mediterranean, Rollo, when he got in the harem, he kind of was like, that's nice.
He's
Well,
like, that's
it's-
cool.
He didn't care.
I mean, you've got to
people
love.
there.
He saw his kid. He gave his kid a hug, but he also invited the entire Viking kingdom to come live with him. So I'm just gonna leave that.
I think he's happy there. He is happy. And as
I
one
think
of you
he
said
likes
in
living
the
in France, but he wanted his Viking adventure film.
he needed a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. And one of you guys in the comments, sorry I
Yes.
didn't see who, but your history again, the show is historical fiction, but history itself says that Rollo stays in France. He doesn't come to England.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's
Interesting.
done. Like this is it. He gets
So-
old and fat and raises his kids and goes to soccer
We don't want to know
practice.
anything about Rollo and fat in the same sentence, James.
No.
I'm a straight man. You're the gay man. You shouldn't be saying that.
But we need more Rollo with his shirt off. Or
Do you think his nipple hair is gray right now?
Uba, by the way, who I think is adorable.
Oh yeah.
And you
Oh,
guys in the comments were
yes.
talking about that. We're going to get to that because you have a theory. I love this,
Mm-hmm.
you guys, about your theory about Uba and Lagerthaand, but we'll get to that in a
Mm-hmm.
minute.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get right there. Actually, talking about Uber, Lagerthaand. Let's jump it over to Kattegat. We're done with Mediterranean.
Ooh, this was the best storyline
Oh, my
of the
goodness.
show. This was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
So-
of shit went down.
Yes, a lot of shit went down, starting with walking in that fortification. Like when I, in the previous episode, said everybody needs to help, we need to build this place up.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, you know, like how the shop in the wood in the front that point and they just point it outwards and make a little wall of that.
They got those?
That's what I was thinking.
You're all just.
I
that.
wasn't thinking full on 5 times
Walls.
as big as Egbert's kingdom.
Dude. Well, because when Lagerthaand says jump, everyone says how high.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, we need to fortify this shit, and they are fucking fortifying it, which is kind of
She's
badass.
not wrong though. She has a really good point. So they're
No.
like, okay, sure.
No, absolutely.
And it's one of those everybody's doing it, so nobody feels like, well, do I have to? Be like, no, everybody's doing it. This
She's
is the
working.
betterment of everyone.
Yeah, man, she's
Yeah,
there in
and
the
she's
trenches as
there
well.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it brings us to the next scene with the sons. The sons is also like talking, like, when are we gonna kill her? Are we gonna kill her? Or no,
Mm-hmm.
we should revenge Eile, Egbert. What's going on?
Yeah, and they don't know what's going on. They don't. You know, there's such different sides to this, and I think this is when Sigurd sort of confesses, if you will. He's like, I don't really want to kill her.
She kind of let us drown, Ube. You remember that thing?
That was an interesting
Yeah.
comment.
Oh yeah.
It threw me off completely.
Really?
Yeah.
That Sigurd wasn't down, like he was like, fuck Aslaug.
No. That he physically said that comment about we jumped after her or because of her into the
We fell
ice.
in there.
We were into
Yeah.
the ice, right?
Yeah.
Like he was like, I'm not so big on this because I didn't love Aslaug. Well, and then this is when Sigurd and Ivar get in there. They're always fighting. You have that sibling,
Yes.
right? Those of us who grew up in big families, like lots of kids and cousins and shit running around. You have that one that could literally be like, "Hi, good morning," and you're like, "What?" Like there's always that one sibling that pisses you off. Clearly, that's Sigurd and Ivar in this case.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
thought it was more like, oh yes, Fitzek is the one who said underwater, right?
Is it?
Oh,
was-
yes.
It's
You're
Fitzek
right.
said
Yes.
underwater.
Yeah,
Sigurd
yes.
is the bad mullet hair.
Vincent is the one that came back from the Mediterranean.
He
so
was
later
with
on
Bjorn.
Yes,
said,
Fitzek.
Yeah.
he said,
So
and it was
Fitzek
him.
is like, dude, I don't care about mom.
Yes, he just doesn't care. But
But Sigurd said it also.
yeah, he
Sigurd
doesn't
was
care
like,
because I mean,
Sigurd doesn't care either.
Right.
and he found
And
out later.
Ube is kind of in the middle, I feel.
Yeah, I think Ube's
like,
motivation at the end of the day is
Yeah.
that I think Ube gets, being the second oldest behind Bjorn, right? I think Ube gets that Ivar is the way to
Power?
Power, right. Like,
Sure.
Ivar's going to be the man. I think Ube gets this.
Because
I think,
his dad sword in him.
correct. And Ube knows that.
Thank you, James.
Ube,
Okay.
thanks. I appreciate that. So Ube's like, well, I got to hitch my wagon to somebody in my family. It might as well be this crazy bastard because he's going to be the number one.
He's going to be the number one, and that's what they were talking about. We need to raise a great army and not just take on England. What does Ivar say at the end?
Declare war on the whole world.
War of the world.
I gotta love it. I do have to say, in this episode, I kind of started to like Ivar a little bit. Is that bad?
The hair really helps. I'll say that.
It's longer now.
It's
Yes.
way longer in that slicked back. I'm like, okay.
Dude.
It's good. It's good.
Sorry.
Some cow penis grease there.
I was like,
I
I kind of do.
know.
I'm torn. There's time, but okay, no, we can like him and recognize he's one crazy ass mofo.
Crazy ass.
But he's
motherfucker.
very
Yes.
aspirational,
Yep.
and that's what counts in these days. He wants to take on not just England, the
Yeah.
whole world. So good on you. So now Uber's asking Lagerthaand, said, listen, we want to go avenge our father. Do you want to come with?
Wait, who's coming with who? Sorry.
Wait,
Lagerthaand,
yeah.
Ube,
Oh no, even better.
It's asking.
Where he goes.
if you
well,
want
what
to
are
come
your
with
pri-"
and fucking
Do you
fight
know-
with us.
Do you know what we're not doing? We're not listening to Yaku.
No, I didn't hear the first name, and then I just
Bye,
heard battle.
Yaku. See you later,
Wait,
bud.
no, Yaku.
Okay, so good night.
Apparently, it's just me, Carrie, in the room. Yeah,
No.
We're not
It was
listening
just
to
one
poor
of those.
Yaku.
I heard. I just didn't hear the first name, so then I got lost.
I'm fucking
No,
around.
the better part in that conversation is not when he asks her to fight. Is he goes, well, what are your real priorities?
Yeah,
Do you really
right.
care about Ragnar? And
But
it's like,
I'm on her
oh,
side. I'm a
guilt trip.
Fuck.
Stab
no,
that dagger.
No, stop.
No?
Mm-mm. No, hell no. Listen.
There-
If there's one person, James, can you give me a second here?
Yeah,
Because
go
this
ahead,
is
go
very
ahead.
important
No,
what I want to say right now. okay?
It is. But I'm. All right. Shh.
No,
I'm going to
listen,
practice
James,
listening.
you're gonna. I wanted to hear everything you have to say right now, okay? After I say what I want to say. So, if there's one person that has an amazing connection of Ragnar, the Lothbrok, it's Lagerthaand, all right? She knows what he wants and she knows what he doesn't want because she was the one that lived with him from when they were yay high. And if she says that Ragnar, and she even said it, would like me and would want me to stay here and defend my place and be here while you guys go do that, then that's true. Because she's, of all those fucking Vikings, she knows him the best.
She does.
Sure.
100%. But I think at this point, as much as we love Lagertha, you have to wonder what her ulterior motives are.
To save Kattegat.
She is it. She's finally queen. She's in power. And you know, power, like, what do they say? Absolute
Power
power
corrupts.
corrupts. Absolutely. Like, she's in power. All of a sudden, people start getting fucking crazy. Look at everybody else in this show who's been in power. They, like, lose their mind. So
That
Lagertha's
I'll
in
give
power
you.
now. She might be trying to say or do whatever she can to hang on to her queendom.
To stay in
Okay.
power. On that point, though, just remember that she understands the value of Kattegat, the fact that she's building fortifications, she wants to protect the people, the place, and so maybe she wants to stay in power. I'm totally agreeing with you here, but she's being smart about it. And she also understands that there's a very good chance that she's going to lose the kingdom, maybe her power as well, but definitely the kingdom, or Kattegat, if she goes overseas.
I think she'll lose the power
Correct.
if she leaves because it's one of those. It's such a prime position out. It's like such great space. Also, not that she's old, but she's getting older. That like the chance of dying in battle is definitely getting higher, and that like the more you're throwing your, and regardless of age, the more you're throwing yourself in battle, the higher your likelihood is you're gonna die.
Right.
And maybe she's already worked so hard to get to queendom that she's like, you know, I don't
I'm
know
not
if
gonna
I
take
wanna
my
risk it that
chances.
much.
Yeah.
Right. That's
So she's
true.
like,
That's
It's a game of numbers.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things. Like there's only so many battles you can live through.
Yeah.
Like we learned in like season 1, that guy that wanted to die so bad. Like there's only so many battles that you can live through before you're gonna die.
yeah, the old
This
guy.
but this whole thing did start this really great interplay between Lagertha and Uba.
Oh, are you going to say that comment that the user said?
Totally. Well,
Yes.
you can if you want. There was.
Well,
it was
they
in
said
there.
something to the someone said a really good point to the extent that Ube will use how he looks so much like Ragnar to mess with Lagertha. And I think that's an excellent theory.
Someone said earlier also that they can't believe that Lagertha flirted with Ube in that scene. Do you guys think that happened?
I didn't think she was flirting.
I think she was trying to save her life.
Wait, when? What scene?
So I think you guys in the room, the live chat, you can clarify for us if you want, but I think you're talking about fast forward, end of the
I've got it right
episode.
here.
It's the feast, everyone's there, blah blah blah, and right before Ivar and Uba try, have everyone at knife point.
Yeah.
They have this exchange, and Lagertha's like, you look so, you look just like your father did when I first got to know him.
And that's what Hampus said, James. He said,
Yeah.
by the way, was Lagerthaand flirting with Ube when he told him he reminded her of a young Ragnar? That's what he said.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it was flirting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not directly with him flirting. It was just a moment where she's remembering Ragnar and has like, it's not like him, like, it's you. It's just that you make me think of him. And so it's taking her to another space, essentially.
And I went to, and I respect that. I went to a different place, though. I was like, she knows they're trying to kill her. She's not dumb. By the way, she has spies everywhere.
That too.
So she's like, maybe if I can get myself in Uba's good graces, like maybe if I remind him of his father and the relationship that I had with him, and at the end of the day we have a bond because we both loved Ragnar so much. Like I think she was, and literally, the little touch on the elbow.
Yeah, she's like,
you know what they say about the
hey,
elbow touch?
What did they say about the elbow touch?
Yaku?
What did they say
You know
about
what
the
they
elbow
say?
touch?
The only difference between a gay man and a straight man is
The elbow touch.
the elbow touch. 6 spears. Ha! I digress. So, but this was
works.
strategic. I think she was totally did this on purpose. It was not happenstance. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to fuck in a couple of episodes.
Whoa. We leave that for England. Judith and
Well,
Egbert.
technically, they're not
They're
physically
not
related
related.
whatsoever.
Doesn't
They are
matter.
not.
That's just
Zero.
nasty.
They
I
share-
can't believe you guys brought it on.
They share 0 DNA.
Hey,
You
listen.
know?
No, you guys are right. But talking about fucked up things, Ivar and Sigurd talks about how
That'll be our prediction.
that they're gonna have sex.
They are.
You
It's
guys
going to
are-
be
you
hot,
guys
and
are
we're going to
ridiculous.
film it too.
Yeah.
And then we're going to sell it.
Lagerthaand wouldn't do that to us.
Somebody
she would.
pointed out that the Vikings wiki says Lagerthaand's age is 50. I don't feel she's 50 in the show. I want to say she's like 40.
In the show,
But then in the show.
I think late 40s.
But then again,
Really?
but it's so weird though, is like way back when, for the longest time, like 30 was ancient.
Yes.
Like you were old.
King
at
Egbert
30.
is like elderly.
So, like, and some people just wouldn't even live to 60. Like, the fact that, like, how we
That's
have people
old.
to 100 now, that day back, and I don't even know a time frame per se, but I just know it's like, I wonder how long, like,
Life
they did
expectancy
live.
was really short back then.
Yeah.
And so Ivar and Sigurd is talking about, hey, my mother loved you more. That's the thing. It's an interesting point that we need to mention because it kind of opens up the whole relationship between Sigurd and Ivar, which we said they were fighting the whole time, guys. And this is why it's like, listen, your mom. You were sucking the nipple the whole time. It's basically what he's saying. And
Oh, that was a good one.
He tries to kill
mama's
him.
we had to
boy.
watch.
Kill him with the axe.
Yeah.
Right. That was awesome scene. And he's like, if I thought, what did the guy say? If I thought better of it, I thought you two were brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
How much time do you have left, by the way?
I don't know.
We're kind of at the end.
I
I got 59 on my phone.
Oh.
We have a few
we're
people
close.
making a good bet of which one of the sons is going to kill Lagerthaand. Some people have their money on Ivar or
Too
Bjorn.
easy.
Oh, no way. Bjorn would not kill his
No.
mom. That was okay. Wait.
Down,
That's a
boy,
great-
down.
We
That's
didn't
a
talk
great
about that
prediction.
epic, perfect timing moment.
Right. Whoa.
That was like
Sure.
she had the moment of like, ha.
Because I did think for a hot second that
I was like, oh, this is gonna go down.
yeah.
I was ready.
I'm like, they're gonna kill Ragnar and Lagerthaand in the same season.
No, I thought she could do better fight and kill one.
She wasn't
of
going to
them.
die in that season
don't
anyway. If
think
they
she would've
fought her
died,
there,
no.
they would have died 100%.
Really?
And this is right after Ube freed
Yeah.
the slave, which he's also pissed about.
Yeah.
Which you have to mention
I
as well.
think she would have killed at least one of them before she went down if she died. And then it's just one of those moments she just doesn't do anything, has that poise, and then her son shows up and she's like, "See, don't mess with me."
Well, she also had that Swiss knife that the Swiss guy gave her. And
Yeah, the sword. That was not
Yeah.
a knife.
was
That was
not-
a sword.
Well, it's a Swiss pocket knife. So it's a Swiss guy brought it from Switzerland.
A
I don't know,
Swiss-
the Swiss came
I
all the way.
felt she was flirting with him. If anybody wants to say she was flirting, I felt she was kind of flirting with him.
Or he was flirting
Flirting
with
with
her.
Astrid.
And then he was flirting. No, he was flirting with Torvid, right?
Yeah, he's all, what's
He's like,
your name?
who is this? And she's like, that's my son's companion.
But it-
Back the fuck up.
Yeah.
All right.
But then she goes,
Swedish
this
mafia.
is Astrid. I'll leave you in their company. And you're like,
And then she goes and flirts with
Yeah.
Ube. But I think Josh
No, she
Josh
wasn't
Vision?
flirting with Ube.
Somebody in the live comments, you guys were saying that you didn't think that it was calculated. You thought it was just a moment of weakness
Nope.
for Lagerthaand.
I don't think so.
I think I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm not sure that Lagerthaand, at this point in her life, being apparently 50, does anything by happenstance.
No.
I think
No.
it is all calculated.
Very planned.
She's
very
clever.
Smart.
She met Ragnar in her life. She knows what's going on.
Totally.
Yes.
She's had Ragnar in her life.
So let's wrap up the storyline a little bit here. We've got
Kari got me. Kari's been getting me all night. Thank you. That was good. You missed it. I made a sex reference.
But how many
Jaco.
sex references do we have to make tonight?
As many
Guys,
as possible.
so the allies are coming in. Allies are starting to come in, right? We have to mention that they're all there. That's why there's so many people in the hall.
Yep, it's a big feast.
It's a
Everyone-
big feast. Blah, 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 kind of
Yeah.
thing. Bjorn walks in. He's like, I wouldn't fucking do that if I were you, bitch. No, not to his mother, to the boys.
Yeah. Then it'd be bitches.
Right.
His mom's no bitch.
Halfdan arrives, and now they're once again are talking to this guy and said, listen, the fortifications are big. But the
And-
fucking bastard guy is saying,
He's like, there's always a weakness in the defense, which is true. We learned that from so many TV shows, which are always 100% a reflection of true life. I'm kidding, but there are weaknesses in most defenses, right? This is how battles are won and
that's how
lost.
everything has a loophole. Every storyline has a crack. Which brings me to Bjorn. His angry scene. Did you guys see how angry he got in that scene? Did that actually happen? Did he get so angry that baby on cue started crying in that scene?
I wonder about this. I'm like,
I want to say sure because he's yelling.
Yeah.
And the other little kid, he's making
Like
loud
making
noises.
noise, yep.
And kids can sense like negative
Yeah.
like energy like that they're like,
I mean-
wow, wow.
I mean, that was just crazy to me that they.
But then he was
Poor
kind of
kid.
like his father and like, I don't want to deal with babies right now.
so then
Yeah.
apparently he's like, well, Torvid, I don't really dig you or my kids, but what I do dig
What's
is
up,
my
Astrid?
mom's girlfriend. So I'm gonna go
Yes.
fuck her while
That
my
was
mom's
like,
in Hedeby.
what?
That's weird, right? Is that weird, James?
Come again?
That came out of nowhere. Did you guys predict that? I was just
The
like,
room did.
that really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
People
has
in
to
the,
be
you
Bjorn?
guys in the live, you guys saw this coming, or at least you thought that they maybe were married or something. Someone.
Someone said, yeah, I'm backing up there, James. We're going to wrap this up so we can get to some predictions right after we talk about, real quick, that Ivar has new legs.
A chariot.
Ooh, so.
Because shit's about to hit the fan, and,
Very cool chariot.
and they're using the chariot.
Where did Floki get this idea from the Mediterranean?
I bet.
I feel like
Well,
there
because
was.
it makes me think Roman. And then that would probably
Correct.
be more Mediterranean, like
Correct.
closer than like the Vikings would have any connection to. So sure.
But I feel like there might have been a scene in the last few episodes where Floki got this idea and we missed it. We missed that connection.
No, it could have
Maybe
happened
there.
and we don't see it, like something that's not shown.
But I think even more important than Ivar getting legs, though, was the really fun connection that Ivar and Floki had.
Oh, that was weird.
We saw life in Floki, though, for the
You know what,
first
James?
time.
You know what he
In a
did
while.
to Floki? He
Creative,
said,
being
"Come on,
creative."
donkey," which he did to the exact same thing to his father,
Correct.
Yeah.
to Ragnar.
Yes.
So they have that connection, that thing.
Total father figure.
Guys, let's get to predictions.
Predictions!
Now,
There's the lights. Oh, God.
God, what the?
Well, I can't do predictions unless there's like crazy lights going on, right? Clearly, this is what
Tom
happened.
said Bjorn is like another nickname for Bjorn is banger of all.
Or
With that ponytail.
Yeah,
someone
there's
said
bringer of tears.
Bringer of tears. That's a
I
good
like
one.
banger of all.
Oh, Bjorn. Live chat and comments in the replay. We want to know your predictions, by the way. So this is where you start giving them in right now. We're going to give you ours, but live chat, we're going to read a couple of yours as well because it's all about the predictions, what we think is going to happen. And apparently, if you watched the the big battle's coming.
Yeah,
Like
the big
Yes.
battle. We all know that, so
The
nobody's
battle
allowed to
you've
say
all
that.
been waiting for,
Right.
as the description.
They're gonna raid England. That's my prediction.
So while the predictions
No,
are coming in,
really?
Kari Lane, why don't you give us your predictions?
Well, a lot of people are talking about how Astrid is kind of tired of Lagerthaand's BS, which I don't see that at all. I think Astrid is very loyal to Lagerthaand, but I just think her and Bjorn have a very sexual connection there of just like their energies together that I'm like, all right,
Is sexual.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just not getting what he wants from Torvi.
Bjorn
and
is banger of all.
yeah. So I think that this will probably continue. I don't know if it will necessarily be a relationship, but probably hookups. I don't think Lagertha's going to go to England because she's too smart to leave Catacut of like, she needs to hang on to that. They will get their epic army and go to England and kick England ass. Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Good one.
James, give us some predictions from the group.
So Josh Vision in the room. I predict Guthrum will confront Bjorn for cheating on his mother Torvi. Just like Bjorn confronted Ragnar for cheating on his mother Lagerthaand. Remember that? It's back in the day. Very good. Guthrum is his kid, right? The fine hairs are going to leave Two-Face behind to scout for defensive weaknesses. Very Two-Face. Hamtu called the bastard Two-Face. I love it. Like from Batman. That's
Yes.
great.
Two-Face guy
face
called
off.
himself a bastard.
Well, right.
The
but
Joker.
I love that they called him Two-Face. Like
Two-Face, yes.
Hamtu came up with that.
Yes.
We got some other goofy predictions in here. I do like this one though from Danny Johnson. Thanks for joining us, by the way. You look like a first timer. Fine hairs and Halfdan the Black are near invading Kattegat. Hopefully Ragnar's sons leave Lagertha in charge of Kattegat defense. Why hopefully? Do you want them to have Kattegat? Very interesting. So I only have one. Thank you, room. We'll get to a couple more. I only have one prediction
do?
of my
Yes.
own. Bjorn and Astrid have a history. This is
We
not
just
new.
haven't seen it.
This
Okay.
is not new. I'm with the
Somebody
room.
said that, yeah.
I was thinking this. You guys said it in the room, but I'm gonna take credit for this one.
Give me a prediction in England, other than the Great War. What do you think is one specific thing that's going to happen in England that you think is going to be major?
One of the sons will die.
One
That
of whose
was mine.
sons?
One of Ragnar's sons will die.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. We are not ending this season with all of Ragnar's kids
No.
alive.
No, for sure.
I for 100% fucking guarantee you. I think that Eckbert will kill Aethelwulf. I've been thinking that this whole season.
Oh.
You guys are saying my predictions. That was my prediction.
Oh, sorry,
Yes,
Jaco.
that
All right,
Aethelwulf
so-
was dying. I
Jaco.
don't think that Aethelwulf was going to die by Egbert's hand. I think Aethelwulf is going to die by Judah's hand.
Ooh,
That's
what I'm thinking.
Super juicy
Yes,
boots.
so I think that's going to happen. I also do think that one of the sons are going to die in England, and we know the real history, and I know this is fiction, but if I have to go by that left or right, I would say it's going to be Witzek, because we don't know anything about him going forward in life.
We haven't seen much about him either.
We haven't seen
He
Witzig.
still is the prettiest Lothbrok son. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, Jaco's up. We got Josh Vision. Thanks for correcting us in the room, by the way. Guthrum is the kid of Jarl Borg. You're right. We love all your comments. We love when you guys tell us everything that we do, good and bad, because this show is about you. It's a conversation. And my name, by the way, is James Simmons. Now that you're done watching this, head on over to Ask the NP on YouTube and subscribe.
And guys, you can find me online at Kari D. Lane. So Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Kari Lane Actor.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks, James, guys, for joining us tonight. Thank you guys for
Yes,
joining
thank
us in the
you.
room. You guys are amazing. My name is Jaco Vienings. You guys can join me.
Oh, Jaco just spilled his beer all over.
I've got my candle. Grape Escape TV. You guys can join me after you check out Ask the NP. Check out Grape Escape TV. Subscribe. Have fun with some wine. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining. And then we'll see you guys next week.
We love you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.